Hi, Mike.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Mike.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
evening in your good evening in
Or
your
yeah,
case,
good
right?
evening. That's
Yeah.
right. You're over there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Okay.
anybody else joining in?
I think it's just us. Paul will be joining later.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, Satish, you can start.
Okay. Allow us to record the session team. Anu, please
Sounds good.
record the session. Okay. Uh, Okay. So today we can start with this dashboard builder. So how to build charts for your business operations and also to track the day-to-day activities. Okay, so for creating any charts in the existing dashboard or creating an entire new dashboard, we can use this dashboard builder, which is present under administration. Now you can see the available dashboards. You can edit it if you want, or if you can create a new dashboard. And here you can see access controls. So if you want to give specific access, so I want this dashboard to be accessed by only certain members, I can choose the certain members. Okay, or else I can choose roles, which means admin and admin manager only should have the access for this dashboard. So this is about the access controls. Now let us dive into create new charts. Okay, now here you can see this action button in which you can find the add new chart. So here our system offers you multiple range of charts, as you can see: advanced cluster bar chart, drill down chart, basic chart, clustered bar chart, comparison, completed process, drill down chart, etc. So let us start with the basic chart first, and I'll try to cover the most used chart and show you how you can configure them. Now you can click on this chart and let's say non-conformance. So I'll just simply type NCs. So and say non-conformances, okay, and submit. So here I have to configure a few things. One is the view, which can be default. I want the data from the default view, and here I can choose the chart type, whether I want bar chart or pie chart, or the system offers you the various range of charts which you can choose according to your preference. Now you can choose the date range filter column. So you can simply choose updated on based on the meaning of this field is that I want the data of all the NCs that are updated on last 6 months. Okay, so you can relate these two fields which can be useful for you, updated on last 6 months or created on last 6 months, something like that. Okay. Now updated on last 6 months, I can even go for 2 years or current year or current month, current week. So that is up to your preference. Now you can group by any of the field that you have in the NC. For example, if you want to group by NC criticality or non-conformance type, etc., you can just group by that. For example, let us group it by department and submit. So you'll immediately get this output where you can see that there are 6 NCs from engineering, 4 from admin, 1 from maintenance, and 1 from operations. So if you click on open the settings and group by, let's say, primary responsibility, it will group it based on the primary responsibility. So all tasks are assigned under Effivity admin. Similarly, you can change the group by to see the status as well. So this will allow you to see how many are in status of created, rectified, and closed. I hope this chart can be helpful for you in creating analytics. Okay. Now let us
That
dive
looks great.
into, thank you. Now let us dive into create one more chart, which can be an advanced chart. So let us start with the clustered bar chart. So now this clustered bar chart will give you comparison data. For example, you want to see the NC types based on departments. Okay, so which department has the in a particular department, which is the most common NC type, right? So let's say NCs by type, and I'm choosing workflow master again. It's pretty straightforward and submit. Again, the view part is pretty common for all the charts. We can simply select default, wherein the default filters will be loaded, and you can group by x-axis and y-axis. So here in x-axis, I want to see department, and in y-axis, I want to see the type of non-conformance. Okay. Now you can again filter the date range column updated on, and date range, I want to see the last 2 years data. If you submit, it will give you the data like this. You can see that from internal audit, I have received 4 NCs in the engineering department. So it's very useful for you in terms of seeing high level analytics. Also here, when you hover on this stats, it will give you the consolidation over here, right? So and also here, this clustered bar chart comes with the wide range of options in which you can choose these kind of options: stacked vertical, stacked horizontal. So when you choose that, it gives you this kind of UI, which you can app for. Okay, if you simply click on this button, it will remove that chart data and show you everything else. Okay, when you hover over it, it will show you the specific data. Okay, so that is about this chart. And for any chart, you have this export to PNG, JPG, and SVG. So this will simply allow you to download the charts, okay, which can be very helpful in order to download the chart and share it with your management or across your team.
Nice.
Any
Thank you.
questions? Yeah, great.
Like the
Any
visuals.
questions?
Yeah, it's great.
Great. Now uh, we can move on to some other charts. So here you can see that some uh, progress chart, okay, progress of NCs, let's say progress of NCs, and I can say non-conformance again. So this chart can show you the split you the percentage of records. For example, default, and I'm going to add the filter stating that it is okay. Let me okay, this is simple chart. I'll open it again. Add new chart. Okay, progress of NCs, and I'm opening the progress chart. This is the progress chart, and here I can open non-conformance and submit. Now I'll choose default view. Here in this progress criteria filter group, I'll add status equals closed, and from last 2 years. Date range filter column again can be updated on. So it will give you a progress of NCs, which means 8% of the NCs are closed and the other NCs are in the status of not closed. Okay. Now we can create some other chart. Okay. So we have all these charts in which you can use, and this is one more important chart, which is summary. So here you can get the collective data from multiple modules. For example, summary of uh, summary, let's say summary and submit. So first one, I want to see risk. So here I can choose risk and opportunity and choose the default view, and same goes for NCs. I can choose non-conformance, default view. I want to access the employee default. So once I submit, all the records count, which means in the default view, I have 79 NCs. So this button will directly take me to the non-conformance module. So that makes that saves a great deal of time. When you open your account, you will see the dashboard, right? So in this dashboard, when you see the summary button, okay, let me open the my dashboard. So you'll see the overview in which you can simply click on this button to make the system take you to the NC module or risk module or documents. Okay. Now let us see one more important chart, which is the active process chart. So in order to create that, you can simply click on add new chart again. Here you can look for active process list. You click on that and say processes and submit. So the chart will display all the active processes that are going on in the system, be it risk and opportunity, be it non-conformance or any other task. Okay. So this means that this risk and opportunity 56 is pending at the step approval request as under Tanu. Okay. This means all the tasks are listed here can be visualized by the admins. And also one more important step is when the assigned person is unavailable, you can simply reassign the task. Reassign task will allow you to select one more person and reassign it to them. The selected person will receive an immediate notification stating that admin has reassigned the task from current assigned user to you. And also you can update the record. For example, here you can choose the assigned to the new value of the person who you are choosing here. Okay, so this will update the record as well without even going to the actual record. You can uh, update the data and reassign the user whenever it is required. So this is the useful use of this active process list chart. And when you don't want to proceed with this task or you don't want to proceed with this record anymore. So you simply want to abort and archive this serial number 56. Then you can choose this abort process and choose a template. So by default, you will have this abort and archive data template. You can also create a custom template. Now, if you choose abort and archive data, you can simply choose that I want this approval status to be updated as aborted and abort reason is no more required. So this will trigger a notification to the assigned person stating that this record has been aborted by the admin. Any questions, team?
No, just still digesting. This is great.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. So let us move to the next topic, which is menu builder, which I plan to cover. So setting up the system, as part of setting up the system, this can be very helpful for you because this allows you to clean up the unwanted entries in the left navigation menu, which can avoid a great deal of confusion for your end users. Let's say you simply don't want this design and development module. Okay, you can open this menu builder, right, and click on this workflows, edit. You can see all the menu and the arrangement that are available over here. And if you don't want marketing, you right click on this marketing module and delete the marketing module, right? And also if you, let's say you do not want the scope as a sub module, you can just click on this button and edit it, delete it. Okay. And also for
And
rearranging, yes, please.
just for clarification,
Yeah.
so for example, our organization, we don't do design and development.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and follow this process to delete it. But
Yeah.
if at some point in the future we do start doing design and development, is it's still there within the system, it's just not showing in the menu. Is that correct?
Of course, it is there.
Oh,
Yeah, whenever you want to restore it, you simply go to Workflow Master, open that particular Workflow Master, and add it to the menu mapping. This will allow you
wonderful.
to choose where you want to position it. So if you click on any sub menu, it will just position it there.
Wonderful.
And the
Thank you.
same would go for if we wanted. See, there was something in here that we currently wanted to add, or there was something not here that we wanted to add. We could build our own, correct?
Exactly. So once you
Okay.
build your Workflow Master, for example, project management vector has been newly created. So you can simply select this menu mapping and you can position it under HR or marketing. So it will be accessible for you in the left navigation menu from them.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think it is clear about this deleting, and also a few more things are renaming. So you can rename the menu entry, and also you can cut and paste it somewhere else. Okay, so if you simply want to cut this HR management and paste it under uh, IMS directly. So let's say here you can just simply cut and paste it under IMS. Okay, so this is the arrangement about this is about the arrangement. Now let us move forward to take a look at the roles module. So this will be helpful in terms of defining the roles and assigning it to the appropriate employees so that you can control the access control. For example, let's say you want HR manager role. So you simply type HR manager and submit. So once you have the HR manager, let's say this is our HR manager role, you can assign the role action, which means you click on this button and say role action, in which you will be displayed with all the modules that are available in the system. Right. Now you can do a control F to find what are the modules that you want to proceed access. Let's say I want employee module to be accessible for the HR. So I can simply type employee and choose the employee. Here I can also decide if they want to have the access of editing, access of archiving, or access to view the history. Okay, archive and archive. So every access is controlled over here. And also if you want to provide access to manuals, so you simply type manuals, where you will be landed to this selection. You click on this manuals. So they will start to have access to the manuals module, and also for editing, change requests, etc. So if you do not want to, if you want them to access manuals but not edit them, you simply uncheck it and they will be given the required access. Okay. So
Question for
yeah,
HR as an example here. Once we load our staff in here,
yeah,
then we would associate that staff with the HR module in here, and then we could manipulate their um,
roles,
their
their roles.
roles and
Correct.
okay, gotcha.
Correct. So I was about to explain that, which will give you the complete picture and also makes it very clear for you. So you
Beautiful.
can open the employee module to define the users. So it's very straightforward and simple activity. You click on this add new button. Just type the first name, last name, user title, and department, right? And here you can define the role. So if you define HR, they will be having the roles or access provided for the role of HR. Okay. Now we can type email, employee status, phone number, designation.
One more
Okay.
question.
Yeah,
As far
sure.
as the role goes, like how we have HR there, we could do additional roles too, right? It's not just restricted to one.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
You can do
excellent.
multiple selection. Done.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for asking the questions. I appreciate that. Okay.
And just
Uh,
for clarification on
yeah,
the individual, I guess the permissions are based on the role or does the individual
it is based on the
overwrite
role. It is based
on the
on the role.
role?
Yeah.
Okay,
So whatever the
wonderful.
roles that are defined, whatever the access that are provided for ISO manager will be, let's say John, okay, and you create a account for John. So John will have access for all the modules that are provided access to the ISO manager, plant manager, and HR.
Okay. And so they're granted probably the broadest level of access, whatever role gives the greatest amount? For example, let's just say HR allows you to view manuals, but ISO manager didn't.
Okay,
Because it's HR, they can view manuals because it's the broadest, most
okay,
rights,
okay.
correct?
Correct. Yes. So,
Okay,
yeah, even at least one role should have access to that module, then they will have the access. No, it doesn't matter. The all should have the access. So if any of the role contains access for any of the actions, they will have the access for that.
wonderful.
Okay, great. Now you can use the user role to provide access for all the modules, but it will not have edit action. They can start record or they can raise change request to the admins. Okay, so the highest level of authority is assigned for admin. So if you provide the role admin, they can access every nook and corner of the software. Okay. Now you can enter the email, and when you click on this activate login button and submit, the respective email will receive a welcome email with the credentials allotted for the employee. Okay. Now, how to control these credentials or help them get access? So you can open this users module in which you can control all the users that are active in the system. Let's say you want to unlock the user. Okay. You can simply click on this button and unlock the user. Let's say they entered the password too many times and their account got locked. You can unlock the user. You can edit the employee and change their username or password if they request for it. Or you can also send an activation mail and submit. So immediately after submission, they will be receiving one more activation mail with the random password. Okay. If you set up
Satish,
random password, yeah,
can you give us just real quick the
yeah,
distinction
sure.
between users and employees?
Okay, sure. So users module is only to track all the users who have access to the Effivity platform. Okay, so this gives you the idea about who has access to the system. Whereas
So these are
employee,
essentially our licenses.
yeah,
The
yeah,
amount of,
correct.
okay,
Correct.
gotcha.
In employee doesn't have to have the access. You can simply uh, enter all the 1,000 or 2,000 employees from your org, and you can store their data, and you can also trigger notification to them whenever they got assigned with any task. Okay,
Okay.
without being having access to the system. But this is about having access to the system users. So as you can
And
see,
Mike, I'm
yeah,
wondering if we're planning on, do we want to load the whole company in here, Mike, or we're just thinking the players that are involved with process?
No, we can load the entire company because it's for notification, right? Of policy.
yeah, of
I
course.
mean, this is where we might be overlapping with the other tool,
That's
but
what I was thinking too. Yeah,
yeah, it
we can
doesn't
take that
hurt.
up on the
Yeah,
backside.
for sure.
Sure.
Continue, Satish. Thank you.
No problem. Now you can also log in as this user. For example, if the user is not present, you can log in as this user. So you will be impersonated as that particular user. So only admins will have this privilege where they can log in as one more user. Okay. So I've covered the edit part where you can see all the options that can be available for you. Set random password or set up a new password and make them change the password on the next login. Now, so if you are okay with any technical JavaScript language, I can show you how to create reports and prints because it involves this JavaScript. But if you are interested in pulling some of your technical member who might be helping you in doing that, we can arrange a separate call for report and print alone. So that alone includes some technical activity where you can see the templates are built using JavaScript.
I see.
Okay.
Um, I think we'll need to bring in someone else for this part, but
Okay.
are there default reports, kind of
Of
canned
course. Of
reports?
course. Of course, there are default reports, so you can find it under your report section. So all these reports are by default
Mm,
available for you. Non-conformance, documents, supplier, risk and opportunity, KPI, training, everything is available for you by default. Okay?
sure.
Fine.
Okay.
So this is the report data. Here it is grouped by management system type, and also whenever you have a look at the report, you can also check by changing the settings. So in the settings, you can change the group by, order by, or you can choose the date range or include filters to manipulate the data within the report. Okay, if you change it to department, it will instantly change the group by as department and show you the data based on departments. Okay,
Sure. And this
yeah,
looks a lot like creating the dashboards.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
similar.
similar.
Mm,
Okay, now we can cover the settings and visual settings part. So here you can control the company related settings, the company address, city, everything can be captured over here, and also the date format that you want to follow in your system. So here you can choose the preferred date format for you, time format, okay, and also the time zone. So the time zone that you are choosing here will be followed throughout your records, okay, and you can track the DB file storage and emails consumed here. And here you can upload your application logo, which means whatever logo that you are uploading will be reflected to all your users in the top left corner. Okay. Now, this is the print header and footer. So if you want to set up a default print header, which means whenever you print a risk or whenever you print a document, you want to see a default header with your company logo or uh, company name and print footer, you can configure that here. Okay, that is about this one. And this notification table header or odd row color, even row color is nothing but the notification table. I'll quickly show you that overview for you. So I'll open any notification and open that. So let me just include the table for you for your reference. So in order to include the table, I simply have to use this expression with form code. Yeah, that's it. Now the advantage is uh, very impressive because within using this simple expression, you can get the complete data of this form whenever it is created. Okay. Now let me open the mail and show you the output. Okay. Now you can see that this is a test email, and whenever you use the form code expression, all the data will be available over here. So you can simply click on this link and approve it if you are good with this data provided. Okay. So for this configuration in the visual settings, you have the option of changing the table header color, table header text color, which I'm talking, which is nothing but the header color and text color and also the odd row and even row colors. So you can customize this look and feel of the notification table that you are receiving. Okay. And
very
this
good.
is the any questions, team?
No, no, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. Now this is the default page size, which means you can access 500 records per page by default in any module that you are visiting, documents, risk and opportunity, etc. You can set the default page size to 50 or 25. So whenever you load the screen, it will open only 50 records per page. So I'm talking about this module in which if you open the documents module, it is showing 500, right? So you can set up the default page size over settings. Okay. So this is about the settings, and also we have the visual settings in which you can change the layout. Of course, the individual visual settings are under the profile in which you can change the theme. We offer multiple themes and also custom themes in which you can simply change the look and feel. We also provide the dark theme support. Okay. So in more themes, you can choose a specific color and set up your own theme. Done? Any questions, team?
So the themes are just the individual users'
Yeah,
preference.
individual users, correct.
Okay.
Okay. So if you just change the theme here in settings, for by default it will be updated for all the users for the first time. So when the user manually change their own preference, it will not be reflected there anymore. Okay.
Hmm.
Right. So these are the default. This is the default theme settings that you want to update. Okay. So Tanu, you want me to cover any additional parts, Tanu?
No, I guess that's it for today. So, Dan and Mike, so regarding the report and print or the script as well, in case if you would like to schedule a separate meeting for to cover these modules, so let us know. And also, if you would like to have a hands-on training or you would be trying it at your end and then come back to us.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I personally like to work with the system, get some hands on it, and then
Mm-hmm.
probably come back. That
Okay.
way, I'm a little more familiar with all the
Mm-hmm.
the different areas of the system.
Okay.
Yes, yes, no problem. So, as we had said earlier, that there's a help section, and we have administration module under help. So these video guides and the scenarios and all are very helpful. Even the textual guides, if you want to know more about the components and all, so it's very helpful. How to add the
Beautiful.
workflows, yeah. Even in the workflow builder, we've explained like what component is for what is the function of each component. Yeah.
Yeah. And also
Excellent.
scenario wise
Yeah.
videos will be available for you
So
in
this is
which you
very
can,
helpful. So you can
yeah,
start creating with the basic flow, then you can add on the notifications, and then you can build a full approval flow. So you can go step by step,
yeah. So you can
right?
use this
Fantastic.
user guide in under administration and video guides for your scenarios.
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, one thing more, Satish, if you can go back to the dashboard. So there's an implementation plan as well. Though it's an old one, but yes, it'll be helpful. Yes. Yeah, just click on this. So it is like a step by step, 100-day implementation plan where it'll give you the step by step what module you need to first use and then what is the next step you need to take.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So this would be helpful. And
Hey,
while
Mike, that's
using,
something we could probably share with Paul and leadership too, so they have an understanding as to timeline, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this would be great. I think the only
Yeah.
changes is that we wouldn't have the
So,
like the QHSC.
mhm.
Right.
Hmm.
All
Right.
of ours is just QMS.
Yes, yes. So the HSC part you can skip, right? And you can only do the task with respect to the QMS only.
Right.
Yeah, so it is available under dashboard quick links, if you see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I have a question. When I opened the account, I used my email address, my personal work email address, for the admin account. And I tried to then, just for auditing purposes, so that we can track like Michael, like that I made some changes. I thought maybe it's better that I have a separate account from admin, but I can't use the same email address. And I know it takes up an extra license, that I have activated a login, of course, or I will end up creating using a separate license seat if I create another account. But it sounds like you can only associate one email address per license.
Yes,
That's correct. Okay.
that's correct.
Correct.
So a particular email can be related with one particular license alone.
I see. Okay. I'm wondering then maybe internally we can create an admin email address.
Okay,
Um, yeah, that's fine. We could figure that out.
okay.
Was there
Okay.
anything else?
Hmm.
Dan, is there
So,
anything else that you have
mhm.
on your mind?
Well, when you mentioned that email address that you were talking about there, was that to try to get more of the end user perspective, like you're admin, you're pushing, then you can see the back and forth? Um, was that the idea behind that?
No,
I probably didn't say that very well, but
the idea is that let's say you make changes, the audit
mhm.
log will show that Dan, made changes. I don't, I think it's probably preferable that doesn't always show admin made the change. That's because my email address is just associated with the admin account. So I'm logging in as admin, not as
Oh,
MA
I see.
Morales. Right.
No, that's not a problem. Anyway, it will be showing your name. Okay, so the only thing is that your username is admin, but wherever you do an action, it will be storing
Hmm.
your name.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay. That's fine then. I
Yeah,
don't
no
need to
worries
make it so
about, yeah.
complicated. Yeah.
Right, right.
And how many
That's right.
license or seats do we have, Mike? Is it 50?
No, we have 20.
20. Okay. So
Yeah.
20. Okay, perfect. That's excellent. No, I'm good right now. Like I said earlier, the way that I learn is to be able to get in, play with the, you know, whatever it is I'm trying to learn, and then come back with questions. But I think you both did a great job at showing us around our new system. We're excited to get started with it, and thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
No problem. And in case, so while using this, while trying out the system at your end, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us. We can schedule if you want another session
Yeah,
to, if or if you have any questions, we can schedule a separate session for that as well. Whenever
Excellent. I
you
appreciate
have,
the
yeah,
support. Thank you so much.
yeah,
sure.
no problem. Yeah, okay.
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 Thank you.
Well, appreciate
Thank
it.
you
Thank
so
you all.
much.
Good
Have a
day.
Thank
great
you.
day, everyone. Take
Yeah,
care.
All right.
yeah, you
Ciao.
too. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.